who have now put down their arms and taken their rest, a rest earned, a rest deserved. Stalwart counselors, I have listened, and I have heard. I have met with many of you, and I have heard what each of you have told me, but it was summarized succinctly in the words of stalwart counselor Doc Stewart, who said to me, "The sooner we get our party back on course, the quicker the troops will rally." Brother Stewart and Brother Mackey, Sister Forbes and Sister Russell, I have come to tell you tonight that now is the time. Now is the time to re-empower and give birth to a new PLP, to proclaim its supremacy, and to reinvigorate and re-energize the masses. Now is the time to rise above the narrow minds that would condemn our past by reconfiguring history. Now is the time for the light of the PLP to shine again as a bright beacon of hope in our Commonwealth. Now is the time for the PLPs, all PLPs, to reacquaint themselves with the core values of our party, which are to heal the sick, feed the poor, guide the youth, and bring peace to every heart. Now is the time for our ship to set sail in majesty across this archipelago, to restore hope, to rekindle the spirit of a people broken by unkept promises, arrogance, and neglect. Now is the time to recapture the soul of this country. Now is the time to again state with resolute affirmation, PLP all the way. All the way was the promise of our founding fathers. It is to my generation, to the Picewell Forbes and the Melissa Sayers, and to the Michael Darvells, our generation, to take the responsibility to complete the journey of our people all the way. All the way to excellence in education, all the way to the provision of 21st century health care, all the way in the creating an economy in each island of the Bahamas where career opportunities can be had by all of its residents, all the way from deprivation and poverty, and all the way to peace and prosperity. I've had the pleasure of serving this party as national chairman for 6 years, during which time I became fully cognizant of the workings of the organs of this party. I understand the constitution of our party, and I've had the chance to develop a relationship and unmitigating respect for our National General Council. It was indeed an opportunity of a lifetime that began the process to take me where I am today. And I have come to tell you tonight that I do have the experience, that I have served as chairman, that I have served as senator for 8 years, that I've been a minister for 5 years, and I am now in my second term as a member of parliament. I believe that I have paid the dues. I have the experience. I have the knowledge and the know-how to work with our leader and with others in lifting our party to a new era. I understand the changes that have occurred in this country, and I know how to bring changes within the party that will make our organization even more relevant in a changing Bahamas. As your deputy leader, it will be my job to travel the length and breadth of this archipelago, to sit and talk with the Bahamians everywhere, and most especially to sit and talk with those PLPs who have left our ranks that we want back into the ranks of the Progressive Liberal Party. I will seek to rekindle all flames, and I will seek to embrace new souls. As your deputy leader, I will embrace the youth of this country and within our party. When I joined the PLP and became chairman at the tender age of 34 in politics, as a young man I knew I had a role to play, and I thank God, all of those individuals who gave me the opportunity, nurtured me, and prepared me for election to the House of Assembly and for ministerial responsibility. I intend to do the same for those younger than me who one day wish to serve on the national stage. I will not be selfish. I will reach out to those young people who want to serve our party. Those who come, they can serve. I will reach out to them and embrace talent that makes room for you and can help move our country forward. As your deputy leader, I will explore the demographics of this country and talk to that emerging minority of Haitian Bahamians who must not be ostracized, but must be made to feel that they have a role to play in the country of their birth. We must remove the hurt and the pain and bring some healing to this process. And I will reach out to the white Bahamians and tell them it is time for them to be a part of our progressive liberal party. Fellow Bahamians and PLPs, I see a party where we embrace each other in love and unity. I see a party where the leader is respected and not the subject of disdain. I see a party where we protect each other and not seek to hurt each other. A party that again subscribes to its overarching philosophy, and I've told you before, to heal the sick, to feed the poor, to guide the youth, and to bring peace to every heart. A party that says, one for all and all for one. A party where our headquarters in New Providence and Grand Bahama are professionalized with a staff to complement those who sit in an office. A headquarters that are always open as a place of refuge for all to come. And a headquarters where we PLPs can gather, can bring our thoughts together, and where we send a message that we are always on duty and ready for any challenge before us. I see a party where we spend time understanding our constituencies, understanding the voters, understanding a new vision, and writing that vision, and giving voice to that vision. Now is the time. Now is the time to make this great next step. Now is the time for the PLP to begin that generational change that is so badly needed. That we place next to our leader, Perry Gladstone Christie, a man of a new generation, and one who believes in loyalty, and one who is committed without equivocation to the Progressive Liberal Party. Our PLP represents the future of this country. We have the opportunity today, my friends, to put our party back on course, to return it to its principles, to return it to the ideals that made men and women throughout this Bahamas believe in themselves and believe in this country. We cannot and we must not allow Bahamians again to begin the process of doubting ourselves, to believe that we cannot. We must say, yes, we can. We cannot allow, and we must not allow it to happen. We cannot doubt who we are or surrender to the challenges that we face today. And we know here in Grand Bahama that we've had many challenges, but we must adopt what the writer says, that life isn't about waiting for the storm to pass. It's about learning how to dance in the rain. It has been raining for a long time here in Grand Bahama, and we must dance in this rain. The cupboards and the refrigerators are empty because jobs are few and money is less. The rent man and the mortgagor are knocking at the door as you sit in darkness and in silence because the electricity is off and the bills cannot be met, and the power company says you meet the deadline or your power is off. Your insurance has collapsed. There is no gas to run the stove or to run your vehicle. And every day signs of closure are posted on the front doors of big and small businesses. Survival crime has been entered as a new category of criminal behavior where both men and women surrender their principles so that they can keep food on their tables, a roof over their heads, and clothes on their backs. Now is the time. for the injection of new ideas, new thoughts, and a burst of